Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black. Okay, let's Royalty, I'm going to need you to get something to, sip on, nibble on, eat. But I need you to soak up some information. I need everybody to tell everybody they know about the news and the gossip and stuff that I'm about to spill because, whew, one of the main reasons why I started this channel, I saw other people with disabilities talking about their situations and their life and the troublesome things or whatever. But one reason why certain people with certain channels got on my nerves, they would never want to talk about the politics. They would never want to talk about much of the struggle, even though they would get invited to the White House to celebrate what some heroic people with disabilities have done for us to be able to be seen, for us to have the freedom of like just our opinions, our voice, and to be seen, period. Because a lot of them forget how not too long ago there used to be like embarrassment rooms. There is like we weren't people like myself, we weren't allowed out of the house. People with disabilities were hidden because they were embarrassed to have someone like us in their homes. It's like they didn't want to educate us. They didn't think much of us. They just thought it's like because even today, do you know how many times I've been in public and people come to me like, "Why are you outside? What are you doing out here?" It's like, "Oh, you're working? Why are you working?" And they say some of the most stupidest, ignorant, awful, terrible things. And it's like, I am a human being. My life. This is my life. I want to live my life. It's like a lot of certain people, especially MAGA Republicans, conservatives, and people on the right, and even moderates and unpolitical people or whatever, apolitical, unpolitical, whatever, they want to be like, well, it doesn't matter. It's like, or people with disabilities, oh, it's like we've already been through that. You have all the freedoms that you need now, and or you should just stay at home. You should just stay at home. There's no use for you to be outside. You should be happy, get money from the government. You should be happy that you have a disability. And even just And I'm gonna spill, like, I've already talked a lot about this before, especially separately, but I'm gonna remind you guys and also tell you to watch the episodes. I have over 500 episodes for, oh no, okay, I don't have over 500 yet. I have over 400. So close to over 400 that I'm nearing 500 by the end of this month or early October, one of the two. Anyway, so yes, I am nearing 500. Okay, yeah, that's enough Sesame Street for the day. Whatever. But it's like if you've been looking at the screen and everything, education department halts funds to programs for deaf blind students over DEI concerns. The orange guy, like, and okay, and it's like they want to say that it's because of decisive concept. So I put the definition. You can pause whatever to read it, blah blah blah. But it's like, yeah, I not only looked up divisive concepts, but then I also added divisive concepts for the disabled or for people with handicaps and stuff like that, because I was just like, okay, so it's like in general, it's like I see, the race and gender and things like that, but what about disability specifically? But it wouldn't give me specifically. But okay, to sum this all together, the orange guy's doing it again. And this country We're going back, and it's scary. And I keep telling so many people, but no one would listen to me, that America hates me because I am not only black, but also female, and also I have a disability. I was born with a disability that doctors were too lazy and stupid and ignorant and bigoted to figure out. It's like they blamed me, even though I would voice and tell them what was going on with my body, but I didn't know what was going on with my body, so I tried to describe what I didn't know as much as I could, but they said I was a liar making it up, and I just wanted to have an excuse or whatever. Yeah, yeah, mental health. But anyway, now it's crazy because now they are threatening to take away money and like stipends and things like that from states who have educational programs and like just resources for those that are deaf and blind. And what in the world? It's like we already have countries surpassing us when it comes to education. And also, it's like they want everybody to work. They want people with disabilities to work a certain amount of jobs, or a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of jobs, a certain amount of hours a week, a month, and things like that. Don't you want them to read? But oh yeah, no, you like the poorly educated. I forgot. Since you like the poorly educated, you want to make sure that we're poorly educated enough that we will somehow want to vote against everything that our past has fought for. That's what you guys probably want. But all I have to say is you don't have to work that hard. Because like I said, I have other videos where I talk about, oh yeah, and RFK Jr. When's that those results gonna come out? Because you said September about the whole. I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna know what makes autism. I'm gonna find a cure. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like yeah, all of that talk. We're now yeah we're 11 days to October. So when are we gonna get an update? When are we gonna get an update on your lies and tales and stuff like that? Because yeah, it's like because we know it's not the vaccines. We know it's not the vaccines. Oh, but anyways. Okay. Sorry, I'm just with everything that they're tearing apart. They're tearing this country apart. But then you have some idiots from Fox News or what's the right who they want to blame Obama. Obama's the one that separated us. He's a snake. He tore us apart. Girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. It's like you call him a snake. Okay, yeah. It's like you want to say he separated this country. You really want to go there? You really want to go there? With the hateful, awful, terrible, bigoted thing that's coming out of your mouth for so many years, so much of the toxic, awful, terrible, bigoted things that have come out of your mouth. And you have the nerve to say he was, You guys were too busy complaining about his tan tuxedo and things like that. It's like you got like they were trying Mrs. Obama was trying to help with the school lunches, but then you guys were so disgusted or whatever. It's called it's like at least try the food. It's like, yeah, some of the food was different and unique, but it's like it was it was good to me. It's like I mean, because I would eat the lunch with the students, and it's like part of me is like, yeah, it's like it was crazy because even some of the teachers would be like, "Oh, what are you eating? Why are you eating that?" And I'm like, "Well, just when I eat the vegetables, students look at me because some of them don't want to eat the vegetables. They see I eat them, so then they eat them too." Or it's like if I see you have rice and vegetables, I turn it into a like look like because in Asian cultures you like with fried rice and things like that. So I mix it next to like my students would eat it more with the rice because the rice even calms down the flavor of the vegetables or whatever. So then it's like it's more friendly, but blah blah blah. Sorry, it's just who the way they put down the Obamas, even though they tried their best to do everything, and I think that's one of the reasons, like, they were trying to do so much of everything while the Republicans were tearing them down and refusing to work with them or even pass any of the laws because they want to make them look as bad as humanly possible. That is like a lot of the actions and a lot of the progress that they've made were ignored. And then the same thing happened with Biden, and it's like, and oh my gosh, the messages I get off of dating apps about Biden from these jerks. Oh, but anyway, I'm sorry. It's just with the freedom of speech and with a lot of the laws, and especially when it comes to women, when it comes to black people, especially after who had that situation where he passed away and everything like that. It's like people want, like, especially he's religious, he's a Christian, he's this, he's that, and it's just like, it's like you have no business to not like him. He put down black women several times whenever he had a chance to. And then with certain, like, is and oh, it's just really annoying and frustrating when the Republicans, they feel like they, when it comes to freedom of speech, they think their bullying is just so funny and so great and amazing, and that we are just supposed to, like, just take it. Even when they call us the N word, we're just supposed to take it. Even if they're mocking the death with kneeling on a neck and they think it's funny. But then it's like they're passing it around, or they try to send it to us and they think it's funny. It's like, but then when it's just annoying and frustrating because now that the tables are turned, now they want to take away our freedom of speech. Now that it's like, because everything that's happened, so much that has happened over the last week and a half, it just shows. It's like and it reminds me of that Jubilee uh situation when that one guy was so proud, like, I'm a fascist. Oh, wow. Yeah, don't forget to put that in your dating profile. Yeah, all right. Ill. But when it's like, because listening to that episode of all these Republicans, and then they were even saying, go home, do this, do that, and just listening to their hatred, it's like, but listening to them, it's like a lot of what they think is what who has been saying for over 5 years. He's been saying this for so many years, and it's like he was able to attract so much hate, and it's like the result of his speech was in that room, was on that episode. And so now it's like, even when it comes to people with disabilities, they don't think much of us. So, like, I remember, let's see, I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna have to do a whole episode because he has met, like, even, oh, okay, this isn't gonna be on who, but the older millennial, I will never forget, like, there's other examples too, but like, ever since I saw the video and watched him, I watched the older millennial say, we need to throw the people with disabilities over a mountain. All of them. Yeah, let's just throw them over a mountain. But then you hear the guy from Fox News say that they should just eliminate all of the homeless people. But then this week, there were two situations where I forgot how many homeless people were harmed, hurt critically. So it's like they're allowed to do all of this awful, hateful, terrible, bigoted things, but they can't get fired. They can be as hurtful, hateful, and despicable as humanly possible, but then it's okay. They can hurt our feelings. It's okay. It's their freedom. It's their freedom to hurt us. It's their freedom to degrade us. It's like, but then when we just say, like, we have freedom of of voice, freedom of speech, freedom to express ourselves, freedom of the artistry of being able to do all of those things into one. And it's like part of our freedom is like we should have we want, like, as Democrats or on the left, we want people to just be able to live their lives. That's what we care about. But they say we're not human because, like, with LGBTQ plus community, I want them to live, I want them to love, I want, like, let them live their lives. Mind your business. You're not going to be in bed with them. You're not going to be in bed with them. And then people with disabilities can't. We just want like a wheelchair ramp, have braille in the elevators or different places where it would allow them to be independent. And then for the deaf community, it's like, can you have like one or two or a few employees at locations so that when they go out to eat and just go out in public, they can communicate and be serviced independently. It's not too much. We are part of this world too. We are a part of this country too. It's like, right, we should not be second class citizens. We did not choose to be like the way we are, invisible or visible disability. We did not choose this. And this is going to be a two-parter because I have so many examples that I want to share. But because remember the guy I talked about, the entire date. I don't know what I titled it, but look it up. It's the guy on the spectrum. It's like during COVID, he was begging for me to go out with him. And he was just like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful and smart and amazing. And the conversation, I've never had conversation like this before with any woman. Please go out with me, whatever, whatever. But then I told him about my disability. And I told him which disability I have. Because I wanted to make sure, especially since he's on a spectrum, I want to make sure he knew exactly what the situation was. But it's like, I don't even think he looked it up. He just kept saying, it doesn't matter. I really want to see you. I want to date you. I really want to see if we can have a relationship. But then he saw me. And then I have been treated inhumanely before. I've been treated like I was less than, but not as much as, like, especially as a date. It's like the way he was disgusted with me, the way he didn't want anything to do with me. Part of me was just like, just tell me to stay home. How dare you? You're going to pick me up and then you're going to treat me like garbage? It's like, I it's like I wish I could have just gotten an Uber and just went home. It's like I would have like, no, he treated me like, but and then the car ride back to the house, the entire drive. Don't get a job, just stay home. Why would you want to get a job? Like, you walk around like that, you should be embarrassed. Just stay at home, just take money from the government. The entire ride home, this was like at least like a 45-minute drive. In the entire drive, he is saying these things to me. To me, that was emotional abusc the entire ride home. And he has a disability. He has, but his is invisible, and he was even bragging about that. But then, okay, I got another example. Because, yeah, there was one guy who was deaf and one guy that was blind. One worked for Amazon. I forgot where the other one worked. But they, oh, they were laughing at me because, all of these guys are white. And I think that's the funny thing. It's like, especially white men with disabilities, they don't think anything's going to happen with them. They don't think the laws are going to turn back on them because they're white and they're male. They have nothing to be scared of, they think. And then this country forgets the disabled community. The disabled community is the largest, like, minority in this country. There are so many of us, and year by year, as people age, the number grows. A lot of people who are telling me, or a lot of the people who look at me like, oh, just stay home, whatever. You never know what's gonna happen with them, especially as they get older. You never know if they might get into like an accident or diagnosed with something or whatever, etc., etc. And it's just crazy how the right keeps saying all lives matter, but then every single day, with every single action they take, they show me that what they say is never true. If all lives matter, people with disabilities, we have lives. Our lives should matter too. When it comes to education, our education should matter too. Education helps our independence, being able to do different things and learn how to, like, because our education is even more expanded from your typical K through 12 education, because we have to keep learning how to be independent in your world. But now it seems like you guys want to make it even harder. We keep trying harder, but then you keep trying to make it even more hard. That's not fair. It's like, if you want to say all lives matter, remember the disabled community is included in that. And it's like, if you want to take away education from the blind and from the deaf community, that means all lives don't matter. Some people think that just with the police officers and things like that, that's not, like, yes, living is life, but at the same time, the components in life, the components with living. Education helps you pursue different things. It's like being able to read, you read all day, every day, different things. Even things on the screen, like on billboards, in books. But then I keep hearing a lot of men, especially white men, brag to me that they have not read a book since high school. And then a lot of them brag to me that they didn't even read books in high school. They cheated or whatever, but that's a different story for a different day, which is really pathetic and sad. But it's like they want to mention DEI. They're so scared of DEI, but now they're trying to take away things that will help the disabled community because of DEI. And it's like, I keep telling you, but black women, we kept telling you and warning you about this. We kept saying, if you vote for this orange man, he's going to take so much away from us. And especially as a black woman, I knew this, but especially being someone with a disability, I knew this even more. And it's like, you do not know how hard and how much I've had to work on already, and how stressful it is already, and how much I already have to prove to myself for jobs. They expect us to get a job, but then so many jobs don't want to hire us, so they figure out another reason to not hire us. But now, like with this America, they want to make it illegal, or they want to ban being able to sue against companies for not hiring us because of those, like, either gender, or because of race, or whatever, or disability, or ability, or whatever. It's not fair, because, like, especially applying for jobs before my diagnosis, when I was in pain and I walked weird but I wasn't diagnosed, and hearing some of the awful, terrible, bigoted questions that these jerks said, I know for a fact. And like, when the owner or interviewer, HR, whatever, when they would talk to me, and they themselves would tell me, our clients would never want to see someone walk around like that. Your walking would just be a distraction. Why would you want to work here walking like that? You know we don't have an elevator, right? And it's like just one piece of bigotry after another after another. But then they expect us to live normal lives, but they don't want to give us the resources to live the normal life. And it's like, with the deaf and the blind, they deserve to be able to have the independence like everybody else. It's not fair, it's not right, it's not just with what they are doing in this country. And it's like they keep saying, we're number one. Number one in what? School shootings, yes, but other than that, what are we number one in? It's like, I think the the bang bang situations for children, I think that's the second cause of their rest in peace. Yeah, I think that, yeah, if you catch my drift. So yeah, it was like, I'm glad it's not number one, but dang. It's like they keep saying America's the best, we're number one. You keep taking out, like, now you're taking away our freedom of speech. Like first with Stephen Colbert and then with Jimmy Kimmel, and now he's like the orange guy saying he's targeting the other two, and it's pathetic and it's crazy and it's pathetic. Well, I already said pathetic, but ooh, I guess it's pathetic square because it's very just annoying. It's annoying because you say all lives matter, but you can't, like, it's a lie. It's a lie. With the way that we've been treated, it's like the way that the right or Republicans, the awful, terrible things they have said to me. And then it's like I busted my tush off to get my education. And then I went and got more education because, like, already being a black woman, I already know I have to be like twice, 5 times, 20 times as like competitive when it comes to looking for careers and jobs and things and placements. But then also walking, like back then I wasn't diagnosed, but I knew since I walked weird, I had to be even more prepared. I had to have even more of an impressive resume. It's like in having a unique name. It's like, yeah, my parents really just, yeah, but it's just at a point where this country, now they want to take away more from the education department with disability. And yes, I'm not deaf or blind, but it's like I hear enough, I know enough about the fairness and the equality that we all deserve. It's like I know with all lives being able to matter, education is a part of life because it kind of reminds me back with slavery. They kept the slaves uneducated and unable to read because they kept them down because they weren't able to fight. They don't want people with disabilities to be able to fight so that they can take away their freedoms to be able to learn and be able to be on the same level as able-bodied. But it's not fair and it's not just and it's not right. It's just at a point where this and I hope I see some of the other people, some of the other disability YouTubers, and or I'm not on TikTok, but I just hope some of them voice their opinion, finally get political and not get scared. Getting scared, that's how we are losing our ability to have our different freedoms and stuff. It's like soon they might try to say let's start building and creating those embarrassment rooms again to entrap us. You better speak up. You better say something. I'm tired. It's exhausting. Because all these years, like, I knew something was different with me. But now that I'm diagnosed, I'm yelling it from the rooftops. It's like I deserve to have the same type of quality of life as everybody else, and that includes education. The little kids that are in school right now, they deserve to be able to get their quality education. And how dare you try to take it away from them? We need to make sure that we continue on the path of not being quiet, voicing our opinions, getting as educated as humanly possible. Because education, reading and learning, and obtaining valid information, quality information makes you more powerful. And with the deaf and blind community, I know it can be hard. It is harder, but I really think like they're trying to make it to the point where maybe they can get you to give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. We have to stick this out together. But thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.